Hi guys, so this is a short video tutorial of how you can actually create your own character or sprite. A sprite is a word that was used when video games were starting to come out that basically means character, or object. So here I have a project open, as you can see, and if you go down here to sprites, okay, you can hit new sprite. You can create, you can pick, if you pick this little, looks like a little head. You can pick you can go through and actually find your own characters, which you saw. But let's say you don't want any of those characters. You can do a few things. You can actually take a picture. So if you hit new sprite from camera, the camera pops up, and here I am. So here's my sprite. That's me now. And you can actually go ahead and edit this. So let's say I want to edit my picture. I can hit paint, and I can edit this picture. Oh, I would need to actually, excuse me, sorry, I did that wrong. So I'm actually going to hit delete. I'm going to delete this sprite, and I'm going to go back to this one, and I can actually paint. So I can go to brush, I can choose my color, and I can paint. As you can see, that's coming out black, but I want to hit white, so I actually delete some of this, and I can actually go down in here and actually change the thickness of my line. I can now start deleting stuff. I can start painting in white here, and I could just, and actually I'll make my line even thicker so that when I'm doing this it's a lot thicker. Okay, and I could actually paint the background out. Okay, and I can just have, and you can get creative with this. You can just have your face. You could take a full body picture if you wanted to. All right, and I'm just going to try to cover the edges here. And again, you can kind of do this a little better than I can, perhaps. Okay, so you get the idea. You could actually edit this. You could change the colors of things. The goal here really is to play around and see what you can do. I'm not doing a great job here, obviously, with outlining, but that's not my strong suit. So, okay, and now I have a sprite of myself. There it is, not too bad. I can do a few things with this. It looks really huge on the screen, so I can click, you can either grow or shrink, and I should be able to shrink my sprite. Wonder why that's not there. So I should be able to shrink my sprite, at least move it around, and then I should be able to shrink it. I don't know why that's not working, but I should be able to do that. So let's see. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this, because I should be able to take my sprite and shrink it simply by clicking on it and shrinking it. So if I do that with this sprite, it should shrink. Huh, that's so strange. I'll have to figure out why that doesn't work. But now you have a sprite that you can actually play around with, and you can make it move, you could make it dance, etc. All right, for some reason, I don't know, unbeknownst to me, the shrink tool wasn't quite working right. But what we can do is in the photo editor, you can go here and hit select. And if you just click your mouse and scroll, you'll get a box. And you can select me with a box, and then you can shrink, like so. So now my sprite is a lot smaller. And like I said, you can take a full body picture of yourself, and now you can actually animate this sprite. So you can have yourself or a friend in your project. And then you can always say, take a look at your sprite. You can name it. If you hit info, you can rename the sprite. I can say Mr. B, and there's my sprite. All right, thanks guys.